the United States, one of their specialties in the post-World War II period has been regime change operations. And even though Trump has defunded and disbanded the U.S. aid, which was one of the organizations that was fomenting regime changes around the world, they didn't disband a National Endowment for Democracy, which has offices and a massive network of NGOs throughout Europe. And I have to say, I've been wondering whether the recent wave of protests that we've seen in places like Ireland and France and Germany and Spain and Greece and a number of European countries, if that didn't have to do something with maybe American-funded NGOs. So we'll see. I think that if Europe manages to shut itself off into a let's say the EU-led authoritarian bloc, which then goes in the direction of militarism and confrontation with Russia, that in that case we might see social uprisings and a civil war. But if we get regime changes of sovereigntist parties forming governments in Berlin and Paris and so forth, then I think that we might see a peaceful dissolution of the EU, more on the model of the dissolution of the USSR, where just one day the leaders of constituent republics got together at Belaveja in 1991 and said, "Okay, it's not working. Let's dissolve the whole thing." Sign a document, Belaveja Accords 2.0 for Europe, and then from one day to the next, the EU is no longer, and the individual European countries have to figure out how to print their own money, how to stand up their own militaries and their securities. And of course, at that moment, they will have to make nice with their neighbors. They will have to make nice with the American government, with the Russian government. And I think that this will all push countries to gravitate towards multipolar integrations, towards SCO. And I tend to think that all is going to be a very positive development for the ordinary people on the street.
Well, I'm not going to ask more about predictions, because with all these things changing as well, all at the same time, the geopolitical, the geoeconomic, there's too many things to happen to make certain predictions. But I think it's safe to say that 2026 will unfortunately not be a very year of stability, I think. But there's going to be a tremendous amount of changes. So I'm hoping, as you are, though, I think that some of these changes will be able to produce some peace.